Sometimes the biggest investment ideas don't come from some complicated spreadsheet or a dense analyst report. Nope, they can come from just looking around. Today, we're going to trace one of those ideas about Tesla, all the way from a little spark of insight to a full-blown strategic analysis. Let's jump right in. And believe it or not, this whole story kicks off in the most ordinary of places, on a morning run. It's just a perfect reminder that if you're paying attention, the world around you can spark a really powerful new way of thinking. So picture this. You're on a morning run in any major city. What do you see? Well, the landscape is probably pretty familiar, right? It's dominated by the usual suspects, the tech giants we see every day. But it's in these ordinary scenes where you can sometimes spot the first tremors of a huge shift coming. So what does that scene look like? Well, it's the on-demand world we all live in. Ubers and Lyfts are absolutely everywhere, just a constant part of the city's background hum. This is our baseline. This is the established order of things. But what happens when you drop something totally new into that mix? Well, that's when a single small choice can act as a catalyst. It's a simple decision, really, but one that completely shifts the perspective from what is to what could be. The run's over. Time to get a ride. But instead of calling the usual Uber or Lyft, our character, Hannah, calls for a Tesla Cybercab. Now, this isn't just about getting a different car. This is like taking a step into the next wave of transportation. And it's during this ride that the big idea really starts to click into place.
As this self-driving Cybercab glides through the city, it's not just the tech that's so impressive, it's this feeling of déjà vu. Like, wait a minute, I've seen this movie before. This one experience triggers a really powerful insight about how markets get completely turned upside down.
Okay, so this timeline pretty much tells the whole story. If you look back, yellow cabs used to own the streets. I mean, they were it. Then along came Uber and Lyft, and they just completely disrupted that whole model. The key insight here is that this is a pattern, right? It's repeatable. So the next logical question is, what's next? The thesis is we are right on the edge of the cybercab era, maybe even as soon as 2026. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. We are not talking about a small, gradual change. We're talking about a fundamental, ground-shaking market shift. The very same disruptive energy that put Uber and Lyft on top could be exactly what knocks them off the throne. But for a revolution like this to actually happen, Tesla can't just be a car company. No way. It needs to become something much, much bigger. It needs to become a platform. And understanding that one shift is the absolute key to this entire investment idea. So what in the world is a platform company? Well, think about it like this. It's a business that owns the network, not the stuff on the network. Think of Airbnb. They don't own thousands of apartments, right? They just connect people who have rooms with people who need them. The real value is in that network, and it gets more powerful with every single person who joins. That's the magic of network effect. This side-by-side comparison makes the whole strategic shift so obvious. On the left, you've got Tesla, the manufacturer. Its value is based on how many cars it can build and sell. Pretty straightforward. But on the right, you have Tesla, the platform. Here, the value comes from the network of autonomous cars zipping around. The focus totally shifts from making money on one-time car sales to getting a constant stream of fees from every single transaction on that network. It is a completely different and potentially way more powerful business model. And look, this isn't just a random dream. It's a very calculated four-step strategy. Step 1, building awesome EVs? Check. They've done that. Step 3, launching the robotaxi network. And step 4, becoming the dominant platform. Well, those are the end goals. But everything, and I mean everything, hinges on step 2, absolutely perfecting full autonomy. That right there is the linchpin. It's the whole ballgame. All right, so the simple observation has now grown into a full-blown theory. And now comes the hard part. That theory has to be tested from an investor's perspective. You have to ask, is this just a cool idea, or is it a genuine, massive, once-in-a-generation opportunity? This table brings it all together, but I want you to look at that bottom line, the growth model. That's the most important part. It's a shift from linear to exponential growth. Think about it. Selling cars one by one is linear. You sell one more car, you make a bit more money. But a platform that takes a tiny piece of millions of rides every single day all over the world, that's the recipe for exponential growth. And if you believe that shift is real, it changes every single calculation about what Tesla could be worth in the future. And so, there you have it. An observation on a morning run spirals into this huge investment thesis. It's a really compelling story for sure. But it also boils down to that ultimate investor's challenge. Is this really the future? And if you think it is now the time to place your bet.
So we'll leave you with this challenge. This entire analysis, this whole idea, it started with just one person looking around and asking, what if? So what patterns are you seeing out there? What small changes happening today could be the clues to the next big disruption? You never know. The next great idea might be hiding in plain sight right in front of you.